Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 13 of our podcast. If you are new around here, a massive warm welcome to you. Before we get started, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode with us. If you're a returning listener, welcome back to your favorite cozy corner on the internet. Today, the weather outside is absolutely magical. It's pouring rain, the sky is a deep shade of moody gray, and we thought, what better day to do a complete rainy day talk? So go grab your favorite mug of hot chocolate, coffee, or chamomile tea, get under a warm blanket, and spend the next hour relaxing with us.
Welcome back, family. I am so excited for today's session. Just look out the window. The rain is falling steadily, the air smells like fresh earth, and we've dimmed the studio lights, lit a few vanilla-scented candles, and turned on some warm ambient lighting. Today isn't about fast-paced news, rushing through topics, or intense productivity. Today is all about slowing down, having a heart-to-heart conversation, sharing memories, talking about life, and enjoying the cozy sound of rain together. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into today's warm conversation.
Leo, there's something truly magical about the sound of rain that instantly acts like a time machine for me. The moment I hear those first heavy drops hit the window pane, I'm immediately transported back to when I was 10 years old. I remember those sudden summer rainstorms when school would get canceled or when we'd race home just before the downpour started. My mom would make hot, crispy snacks in the kitchen. The whole house would smell incredible. And my siblings and I would crowd around the window watching raindrops race down the glass pane like tiny cars. There was zero stress, no phone notifications, no endless work emails, just pure, unadulterated comfort. Do you ever get that overwhelming wave of nostalgia when a storm rolls in, Leo?
Oh, 100%, Zara. You just unlocked so many core memories for me right there. For me, childhood rainy days meant total freedom from the outside world. I remember power outages during heavy thunderstorms. Instead of being annoyed like we are today, back then it was an adventure. We'd light candles, sit on the living room floor, and play board games like Monopoly or Scrabble by candlelight while listening to the wind and rain outside. My family would tell funny stories and we'd just laugh for hours. In today's hyper-connected, fast-moving digital age, we rarely get those moments where time feels like it completely stands still. Rain was nature's way of hitting the pause button on our lives. And honestly, I miss that simple comfort so much.
Let's talk about creating the absolute ultimate rainy day environment, because I think there is a real art to it. For me, it requires a very specific checklist. Step 1, oversized, soft knitted sweaters and thick woolen socks. Step 2, a scented candle, usually something with cinnamon, amber, or warm vanilla. Step 3, dimming all the bright main lights and turning on warm, soft fairy lights or table lamps. And step 4, a giant mug of hot brewed tea with honey and lemon. Once I have that set up, I can sit by the window with a physical book for hours without looking at my phone once. Leo, design your absolute dream rainy day routine for us. How do you construct your ultimate cozy day?
Oh, I love that setup. My routine is slightly different, but just as cozy. My ideal rainy day starts slow. I won't set an alarm. I'll let the soft sound of rain wake me up naturally. I'll walk into the kitchen, grind fresh coffee beans, and make a slow, careful pour-over coffee while watching the rain hit the garden outside. Then I set up my couch spot. 3 pillows, a heavy weighted blanket, and a soft lo-fi playlist playing quietly through warm speakers. I'll either rewatch a classic comfort movie or dive into a long video essay. And the rule for the day? Zero guilt about not being productive. Society makes us feel like we always need to be working, But rain gives you the ultimate, universally accepted excuse to just lie down and recharge your batteries.
I was actually reading an article yesterday about the psychology of weather, and I found out there's a specific scientific word for people who find peace, comfort, and joy on rainy, gray days. They are called pluviophiles. It made me realize that bright, sunny weather actually creates a lot of subconscious pressure on us. On a bright, sunny day, you feel guilty if you're staying inside. You feel like you should be outside running errands, exercising, meeting people, or being super active. But when the sky darkens and the rain starts falling, that external expectation disappears completely. Why do you think gloomy, rainy weather actually makes our minds feel so much calmer inside?
That's such a brilliant point, Zara. I think rain acts as natural white noise for the human brain. The constant, rhythmic sound of raindrops falling has a frequency that actually lowers our stress levels and slows down our racing heart rates. It masks the harsh, chaotic noises of city traffic, construction, and shouting, replacing it with a predictable, soothing soundscape. Psychologically, feeling safe and dry inside a warm shelter while a wild storm rages outside taps into a very ancient human instinct of comfort and security. It encourages self-reflection. When the outer world gets stormy, our inner world is finally given permission to settle down and find quiet balance.
Speaking of inner reflection, I've noticed a massive pattern in my own work habits. Some of my absolute best creative ideas, deepest journal entries, and most productive writing sessions happen when it is storming outside. There's something about gray skies that takes away the harsh glare of the world and makes room for imagination. When I write on a sunny day, I get easily distracted. But when it's rainy, I can sink into a deep flow state for 3 or 4 hours without breaking focus. Have you noticed that your creative output or artistic thinking changes when the weather turns stormy?
Without a doubt. There's a historical reason why so many famous novelists, poets, painters, and musicians did their best work in gloomy, rainy cities. Rain creates solitude. It strips away outdoor distractions and forces you to look inward into your own thoughts, emotions, and memories. For me, when I'm working on audio editing, script writing, or coming up with new ideas for our podcast, the sound of rain in the background acts like a natural ambient soundtrack. It lowers my anxiety about perfectionism and just lets the ideas flow naturally onto the page. It's like the rain washes away all the mental clutter and leaves behind pure, focused inspiration.
Okay, Leo, we simply cannot sit here during a cozy rainy day talk without diving into one of my absolute favorite topics, food. There is an undeniable scientific connection between rainy weather and intense cravings for warm, rich comfort food. The moment it starts drizzling, my brain immediately demands something hot, delicious, and savory. Whether it's freshly baked pastries straight out of the oven, a hot bowl of creamy soup, or fresh fried snacks paired with hot spiced tea, food just tastes 10 times better when it's cold outside. What is your top-tier ultimate rainy day comfort meal that you simply cannot resist?
Oh man, now you're making me hungry. For me, nothing beats a massive, piping hot bowl of rich, authentic ramen. With noodles, a soft-boiled egg, and flavorful broth. Eating that while steam rises into your face and watching rain hit the window glass is a top-tier experience. Another classic for me is the timeless combination of homemade grilled cheese sandwich with warm tomato soup. Dipping that crispy, melty sandwich into hot soup while hearing thunder in the distance is pure happiness. Rain makes us seek warmth, and warm food feeds not just our bodies, but our souls on days like this.
You know, Leo, taking a moment to look at the rain today makes me realize just how fast our daily lives usually move. We live in a society that's obsessed with speed. Fast internet, fast food, quick short videos, instant messaging, and constant productivity hustles. We are always rushing toward the next deadline, the next goal, or the next notification. But nature doesn't rush. Rain falls at its own rhythm, plants grow slowly, and seasons change gracefully. How do you personally make sure you slow down and stay grounded when life feels overwhelming and fast?
It requires a very conscious effort every single day, Zara. If you don't actively protect your peace, the fast pace of the world will completely consume you. One thing I've started doing is practicing intentional slowness. That means when I'm drinking my morning coffee, I do only that. No checking emails, no scrolling social media. When I walk outside, I leave my headphones in my pocket and just listen to the wind, the rain, or the birds. Rainy days are incredible teachers because they remind us that it is completely okay to just sit, observe, and exist without needing to produce something every single second.
Music on a rainy day feels completely different than music on any other day, doesn't it? The mood completely shifts. On a bright summer day, you want upbeat pop or high energy tracks. But when it rains, your soul hungers for acoustic guitars, soft jazz, smooth piano solos, ambient lo-fi beats, or deep indie ballads. It gives every song a cinematic feeling. It feels like you're starring in your own indie film as you look out the rainy window. Do you have specific albums or genres that you exclusively save for rainy weather?
Oh, absolutely. I actually have a dedicated playlist on my phone titled Rainy Day Atmosphere that I only open when the sky turns gray. It's filled with slow acoustic tracks, jazz saxophone, and soft ambient piano melodies. There's something so powerful about how sound waves blend with the natural white noise of rainfall outside. It creates an instant shift in your nervous system. You go from feeling tense and rushed to feeling relaxed, reflective, and deeply connected to your emotions. Music and rain together are the ultimate therapy for a tired mind.
Speaking of cinematic vibes, let's give our listeners some recommendations. When you are wrapped up in a cozy blanket and rain is pouring outside for hours, what kind of movies, shows, or books do you turn to? Are you the type of person who loves watching a dark, atmospheric mystery thriller, a cozy, nostalgic animation, a romantic period drama, or a huge fantasy series like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings that completely transports you to another world?
That is such a hard choice, but I definitely lean toward movies with incredible atmosphere. Fantasy epics like Lord of the Rings or classic nostalgic films are top tier because their rich orchestral music and cozy settings match the rainy weather outside perfectly. I also love classic whodunit murder mysteries. Sitting in a dark room watching a detective solve a case in an old mansion while real thunder rolls outside my own window is peak entertainment. It's all about immersion. The right movie on a rainy day allows you to escape reality in the most comforting way possible.
Leo, I think it's important we touch on a deeper emotional side of rainy days, too. While rain brings immense comfort to many, for others, gray skies and gloom can sometimes trigger feelings of sadness, quiet melancholy, or loneliness. Being stuck indoors can highlight feelings of isolation. But I've learned over the years that there is a huge difference between loneliness and peaceful solitude. How can someone who feels a bit down on a gloomy day shift their perspective and turn that quiet time into a positive, self-loving experience?
That is such a sensitive and beautiful point to make, Zara. Loneliness is feeling disconnected from the world, whereas solitude is using quiet time to reconnect with yourself. If rainy days make you feel heavy or isolated, the best approach is gentle self-care. Instead of forcing yourself to be isolated with your thoughts, use the day to nurture yourself. Cook a warm meal, take a long hot bath, write out your thoughts in a journal, or do a light stretch. And remember, you don't have to be alone. Reach out to a close friend, have a long phone call, or listen to conversational podcasts like this one, where you can feel part of a warm, friendly space. You are never truly alone.
As our rainy day talk slowly comes to a close and the storm outside turns into a gentle, steady drizzle, I'm sitting here feeling a deep sense of gratitude. It's so easy to complain about bad weather, wet shoes, or traffic delays, but when you pause, you realize what a blessing it is to have a safe, warm roof over your head, a hot cup of tea in your hands, great conversation, and a wonderful community of listeners all over the world tuning in to share this moment with us. What is one small, simple thing you are feeling deeply thankful for today, Leo?
Honestly, Zara, I am thankful for this exact moment. In a world that is constantly screaming for our attention, having the opportunity to sit down in a quiet room, listen to the rain fall, have a meaningful conversation with a great friend, and connect with thousands of amazing people listening from their own homes, cars, or workplaces, that is true wealth. Happiness isn't found in giant, overwhelming events. It's found in these quiet, warm, simple moments. Rain outside, peace inside. I couldn't have asked for a better rainy afternoon.
And that brings us to the end of episode 13. Thank you all so much for wrapping yourselves up in a blanket and spending this cozy rainy day with us. If this episode brought a smile to your face, gave you comfort, or helped you relax today, please take a second to hit that like button, leave a comment down below sharing your favorite rainy day memory or habit, and don't forget to subscribe to join our growing podcast family.
We appreciate every single one of you. Stay warm, stay safe if you're driving in the rain, take good care of yourselves, and we will see you next week with another exciting episode. Until then, stay cozy and goodbye.